What's going on, guys? It's X, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, I haven't released anything besides a stream in like, what is it? It can't be that long, right? I mean, it can't be that long. But anyway, we're here to begin the process of the December insanity of game news, right? So obviously, first things first, we've got something brand new, which is that Shadowverse is getting a sequel. Apparently, yeah, they've been working on it for a while, and it's going to release next year. So this is my video, kind of discussing it and talking about it. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so here we are. We are on the current Shadowverse stream. We're currently on the current Shadowverse Twitter. You can tell it's been a while since I've actually probably done a video. I've tried to do some videos, but they just didn't work out. So this is kind of what we're doing. So yeah, this is what we're doing. We're on the current Shadowverse Twitter, and it's got the trailer on it for Shadowverse Next. This was basically a Nintendo Direct for Shadowverse specifically. And whenever they do this, there's usually something big. The first one was, known as the original announcement rotation. A couple other things happened in the last one, which was 5 years ago, about Champions Battle, I believe, or some other pieces of Shadowverse. But yeah, it's like whenever they do this, something big is going to happen. So this is Shadowverse Next. That's Shadowverse Next. So they've announced Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, which is a sequel. And if we go to the teaser trailer, the teaser site, which is right here, it's coming in summer 2024. So it's probably meant to be something for the 10-year anniversary of Shadowverse as an IP, which is interesting. And so it says right here, the next evolution, the sequel to Shadowverse will be coming in summer 2024. Look forward to more advanced card battles and brand new content. The next generation digital card games, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. And they've got like two little slides here: advanced card battles, revamped mechanics, and entirely new content, more strategy, more fun. They have teaser images. I don't know where I can see them. I'll probably see them on somewhere on the rest of the site. Then they also have a new mechanic. They've already teased the first thing, which is a new mechanic, Super Evolution. Go above beyond with the all-new Super Evolve ability. Master you for both normal and Super Evolution to claim victory. So they've updated Evolution itself to be actually like a thing. And then here's another thing there. It's like diverse worlds. Create your own avatar, enjoy battles, and explore new content with people all over the world. With the new, is my mic still going? Yeah, it's going. With the new world feature, which, as you can see right here, they've got things right here. They've added basically like how Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising has been marketed as having more to do than just a fighting game, and they basically just said, let's just do that for Shadowverse as well. So we've got your own avatar. You can meet in the lobby, you can play there, have your own lobby. I wish you could scroll to this. They've got like some sort of things. You can play Mahjong. I don't think they show it. Oh, they're showing up right here. Wait for it to come up. But like they have fishing, and apparently they've got a Dragalia Lost mode, I suppose. I never played Dragalia Lost, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I was going to, but things happen. So that's it right here, right? The fishing mini game, you got it right there. Dragalia Lost game mode. You got Mahjong right here, which you've already seen. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's all the whole thing. So now we've got this update from the actual Shadowverse site, from the Shadowverse Next announcements, and let's go over them to see what happened. So first off, they announced Shadowverse Worlds Beyond in 2024 for iOS, Android, PC. It'll be free to play with optional in-app purchases like the original Shadowverse, and international language support is planned. So that's the whole point. So you go to titled new Shadowverse game, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. It's a free-to-play online digital card game that will be available for iOS, Android, PC. We will be announcing distribution platform PC as soon as possible, aka it's probably just going to be Steam, of course. In addition to Japanese, It'll be supported in multiple languages from Asia, Europe, and North America. It's scheduled to be released worldwide in summer 2024. Tuesday got updated, which was new. New feature for card battles. In Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, basic rules such as deck building and card types will remain the same, while new features will also be added to make the card battles even more intense. And we just talked about Super Evolution, which here's how it works. Just like in the original game, a follower can be evolved starting on the second player's 4th turn by expending EP evolution points. Super Evolution will be available at the start of the second player's 6th turn. Up to 2 remaining EP will be turned into SEP, Super Evolution points, that players can use to Super Evolve a follower. To compensate, the number of EP a player will have is also increasing. The first player will have 3, and the second player will have 4. I like this change because do you know how hard it is when you're going first? It's like you just straight up only get 2 while your opponent who goes second, 2 cards basically is like, yeah, I got 3 evolutions. I evolve faster than you, I got 3 evolutions, and I can just, I have more gas than you. Which is, crazy. Now, at least, it's still the same situation, but it's like, you have 3 evolutions as well, and it means that a lot more, there's a lot of things that can happen with the extra evolution point that you couldn't do normally. So I think that's good. So, Super Evolve abilities. These abilities were triggered when the follower in question Super Evolves. They're powerful and have a lot of influence over the outcome of the battle. Also, you Super Evolve a follower that has both an Evolve ability and a Super Evolve ability. Both abilities evaluate simultaneously. So if you just do a regular Super Evolve somebody, if they only have an Evolve, like you only get the Evolve, like you just waste your Super Evolve, potentially. I don't know what the stats are going to be like for Super Evolve units. So there's also Engage. Several new abilities and rules will be added to battles, and Engage is one of them. Engage is a mechanic that works with amulets. Once an amulet has been played, a player can press its Engage button at any time on their turn to activate that amulet's ability. This is obviously new. I don't know how that's gonna work. They haven't really shown us that, so that's gonna be important later. And for the classes, they updated classes. Forest, Sword, Rune, Dragon, Haven are all here from the original Shadowverse. Portalcraft, which was kicked out of Shadowverse Evolved and basically carved into pieces for Shadowverse Evolved, is staying too. But they have made the change to have Abysscraft fuse Blood and Sword. Which, if you don't know, if you've never played Evolve, when Shadowverse has 8 regular classes. It has the 4 up here, then has Bloodcraft and Shadowcraft. Bloodcraft is manipulating your life to get effects, and Shadowcraft is based on the number of souls you have, or spirits you have access to. So it's basically a necromancy class. They basically, in Shadowverse Evolved, when they transitioned to that format, they put the 2 classes together and created Abysscraft. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, one of the reasons I didn't really vibe with Shadowverse Evolved was because, one, I'm a Portalcraft main. So that's the kind of thing, right? I don't have my main craft, so I don't really feel comfortable playing it. My other craft was Dragon, but Dragon is just so powerful, so I ain't got no money for it. I don't have the money to just go into Dragon when it's so meta and there's a lot of money in it, so I'm not gonna touch that right now. So I really don't have a craft to main in Shadowverse Evolved. So I'm still also controversial on the Abysscraft. I think Abysscraft, changing that might be healthier for the game, but at the same time it feels bad for the people who play only Blood or play only Shadow, and they have to basically combine the pools, and maybe they didn't like their opposite in that. So I hope there's more options for those people who want to just play a Blood like Abysscraft or a Shadow like Abysscraft, and that's fine. But that's just my thoughts on it. For this, so in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, they already told you this. Change including the addition of Abysscraft class, which combines the characteristics and replaces Shadowcraft and Blood, like I just said. So new characters. Here are two new main characters revealed. There's Drelzin, which is the Portalcraft leader, which, you probably seen the thumbnail because she's a hot girl. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a full fan of design. Like, I don't know. It's like I like the gunner idea, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not clicking with me. And then we have Love Sign, who is the Forestcraft leader. The new Forestcraft leader, and he looks really dope. I actually do like his design a lot. So these two will be making their debut in the main story of Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, alongside other new main characters. So they're the first two, new leaders for Worlds Beyond. So World feature, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, complete new features outside of card battles will be implemented. One of them being the World feature. This new feature will allow players to have various real-time interactions in a virtual space connected with other players. This will allow us to offer a wider range of gaming experiences. So, players will appear in deep 3D space, being able to move around freely in-game, use their own custom-made avatars. A whole, you can customize it, and sets will be made available, which will allow players to dress up with the costumes and hairstyles of popular characters. So, just like normal things and whatnot. The virtual lobby will allow players to compete with each other and also be a space where will also be a space where events are held. Additionally, an exclusive area where guild members can gather together, as well as personal rooms that players can edit and invite their friends to, will also be in. Also nice. These worlds will feature other games besides card battles in addition to allowing players to play together in a variety of ways. We are also considering implementing a system that will allow players to obtain items and rewards that can be used in card battles. So basically, if you want to play some Mahjong, some Regalia Lost, some fishing, you can potentially get some stuff for the actual game you're supposed to play. Which, it means like you can do more and spend more time in here and eventually potentially get into Shadowverse, which I like this. It's again very similar to what they're doing for Grand Blue Rising, which is making it say it's more than just a fighting game. Have more things to do in the game besides just fight everybody. Which, if you still just want to do that, you can do that. But if you want to play some Grand Blues, you want to go to the story mode, you want to do some other funny things, you can do that. Perfectly fine. Which I'm cool with that. So, with the update, they also announced term events. With the release of new game, we plan on shifting competitive events from Shadowverse to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. This is the first real thing kind of there. So it's like they want to make Worlds Beyond the competitive format from now on. So basically, Shadowverse is basically kind of getting kicked out. The original Shadowverse basically getting kicked out of the competitive scene, being transferred, kind of like Overwatch 2 or CS:GO to CS2, stuff like that. When you get a sequel, you obviously update to the new stuff. So they will announce the timing of the switch at a later date, but we plan to continue running various competitions for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Everything from our large-scale rage events to online tournaments. We're hard at work to organize tournaments overseas as well, so please keep an eye out for that. So they've also brought in the Shadowverse World Tournament. They brought it back, and there's a bunch of other info too. One of the things to note is the competition regionals, which will allow players to qualify for the World Championship. Rage will have 8 slots. Rage Pro Tour will have 3 slots. NetEast will have 4 slots for some reason. NetEast is basically China. China display is basically China, so China gets 4 slots. Korea, which according to my knowledge, I didn't know this, but apparently Korea was dead. But now they're apparently going to have events back. So Korea gets 2 slots, Taiwan gets 2 slots, and Open West / SEAO gets 3 slots. So this is kind of weird because basically, like, Japan gets 11 slots, Korea gets 4. China, Black Red Phrase, gets 4. Korea gets 2, and the entire West gets 3. With 2 wild card slots. Details of that we don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, considering that 11 slots just for Japan, and then everybody else gotta like fight for 3 in the West is kind of crazy. Like if this game, obviously this can always change, but like if like Worlds Beyond pops off out in the West a lot, that's a lot of, you know, a lot of things that just are going to, you know, that's a lot of players are just going to miss out of accessing Worlds just for that existence. So that's the whole thing. So this is the last thing about here too. The future of Shadowverse. Now, to common purposes, when the original stream happened, we had no information about this. So they did announce that in the stream, what would happen to the real Shadowverse game will be announced on December 14th, which currently, as of the time of this recording, it is December 10th. So in about 4 days, we'll know about what's going on with Shadowverse. But they also added this too. The current Shadowverse game will continue its service in parallel with Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Details regarding the future operation of the Shadowverse application will be revealed on official Shadowverse social media platforms after December 14th. Also to note that there is going to be a stream that'll probably deal with all the upcoming details of Shadowverse, you know, all that information as well. So, you know, that will also be there. That link will be in the description for those who want to, you know, kind of be ready for that to go watch that. So, if, again, I don't know much about Cygames stuff, but I do know that one of their, like, direct pure IPs that they control, besides Grand Blue and Shadowverse, is Rage of Bahamut. And Rage of Bahamut has basically, from what I understand, has effectively been in maintenance mode, which is, it's still gaming, still play it, but it's not getting new content. It's rerunning, it's all reruns, it's all stuff, it's basically done, but they've kept the server up so that you just don't, you know, you don't lose your stuff, right? So that's interesting. So from what I can tell, that is what's going to happen to the OG Shadowverse. Pretty much like you were, outside of a few potential content things later on down the line, once Shadowverse Worlds Beyond releases, you're basically getting nothing. So it's basically like, if you want to still play Shadowverse, the original Shadowverse, because you like that format better, you can still do that until they potentially cut the servers off for whatever reason. So if that is the case, I think that's not a bad idea, because it's like, yeah, you get to keep all your Shadowverse stuff. But I wish they just said that more of in the actual stream itself, rather than having to come to this little news section on the thing. Like, I looked on it here and went on the Twitter itself. I'm looking at it as like, they don't really say anything on the Twitter itself. So, you know, just kind of like putting that there. It's like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. We'll provide more info at a later date. That's my big complaint, because it was like, for like about up until this actually came up, like a lot of people were concerned, because it's like, wait, what happens to my, you know, my stuff, right? Because, you know, I want to keep all my stuff and bring with me to the new game. Like, it's like, I don't want to, because like people can be like, just the way like people do it in new formats, right? It's like, you can see this with bringing Vanguard, with the way Vanguard was. It's like, people, when they introduced a new format, the people that stayed basically just ditched all their old cards, threw them in the trash or sold them off, and just specifically played the new format only. Because it's going to get the most support. It's going to get more support, it's going to get more events, it's going to get more cards, it's going to get new stuff. Obviously, you want to play the new stuff. So having the old stuff feels kind of a waste. I don't agree with that, but, you know, too strong. So yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? It's like, people want to bring in their shower stuff into Worlds Beyond and just forsake the old game outright. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll know soon. So my take on this is pretty much like, yeah, we took all the years of Shadowverse being around and we're basically rebooting the game. We're taking everything we learned for the past 8 years or so putting them into this new version, cleaning the UI up, adding more things you do in the actual game itself, and whatnot, and making it just a better experience for everyone. And if the game actually becomes really good, then yeah, that's fantastic. You know, like, you know, I was listening to DF talk about this on his stream like the other day, and he's like, it's so crazy that other games like, say, a Hearthstone or, you know, an Artifact or whatnot, or, you know, haven't, well, Artifact is Beyond Dead, there's nothing to say that. Like Hearthstone specifically, like Hearthstone hasn't tried like rebooting the game, taking the, you know, the info they've gotten from years of experience, and, you know, Hearthstone's a very popular game. Why have you not tried that? And just, like, you know, try something like this, you know, just go back, clean up the game, make some changes, bam, you can make a better game. But if this works, you know, Shadowverse is going to probably take over the online TCG landscape. You know, I know Master Duel is still probably, Master Duel and MTG Arena are still probably like bigger overall, but, you know, who knows, right? On that note, I think I'm pretty much got all my thoughts out of the way. Like, originally, like, last night, I was kind of a little negative, because, like, what happens to all this stuff? Because I've got characters you know, skins and sleeves, I want to keep my card packs, but I'm going to be cautiously optimistic until the actual stream happens, and we see what can transfer over, if any transfer over, from OG Shadowverse to Shadowverse Worlds. So on that note, you know, it's been a while since I've actually done a video, so thank you all so much for watching. If you want more content, because trust me, we're going to be going insane all this stuff, right? We've got, out of day, we've got the Vanguard presentation. Day after that is the other half of the Bushiroad strategy presentation. Then eventually it's going to be Shadowverse Evolve. Now Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising is dropping, and then I've also got setting up for eventual stuff in January for other channels, and I'm working on other, like, more long form content that isn't just news updates. So if you want to come and ride, you know, I'll probably do some, you know, a little update video explaining what the heck's been going on in the background later. But if you want to, you know, come and ride, come join us. Thank you so much for watching. If you know, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I would love if we hit 200 by the end of the year. So, yeah, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.